Ladies and gentlemen, our next athlete entered. The world's strongest man, and few people knew his name. They knew it when he left. Tristain! Hoath!
Hey everyone, so finally back in Canada. I got some training in this week. We're going to do a Giants Live recap here of how the events and how the comp went. So overall, like first Giants Live, I was going into it after Worlds, just kind of expecting fighting for top 6 was my goal. So in the end, I finished 5th, only 2 points off of 3rd, which with a couple of changes in events, I definitely would have been on the podium, but it is what it is. And I was only half a point off from 4th, so we're right in contention. We didn't peak for this show. We worked into it because we have Giants. We had Giants. Now we have North Americans coming up in a week, and then 2 weeks after that, or 3 weeks after that, we have Strongest Man on Earth. So that's the show we're peaking for and looking forward to the most. But Giants Live has been an amazing experience. Honestly, just walking in and competing at Royal Albert Hall was unreal. When we got there, first off, I walked into the arena and it's empty, right? It's eerie, it's quiet. There's Giants Live logos all over the place, and the events are kind of set up, and it's just like looking at it empty is amazing. And then, they take us back. We go through our warm-ups, or like our warm-up introduction. Come out, we stand on the stage, look around, and then we walk out, we go get ready. So we loaded out, we worked out and warmed up in a loading bay, and then when they're ready for us, they took us around to the front. We did our athlete introductions where we all come out with our flags, and at that point, there's smoke and there's sparks and fire everywhere, and that was the production that goes into Giants Live was absolutely amazing. And then coming out, you come out of the curtain and you look around, and the stadium's full. Like it's theater, it seats just under 6,000 people, and seeing it empty to full and hearing the crowd noise, and it's just something that I've never had or never gotten the opportunity to experience before, and I'm thankful that I have been, and even more thankful that I was at Royal Albert Hall to compete with Giants Live. So very happy, excited to see what's up next. But we're going to do a recap of our Giants Live performance, and then we'll get some training done today. Here, my first axle video. So the first axle was 170 kilos, 375 pounds. I've hit this in training multiple times. Like it's an easy weight in training. Overall, for myself, like going into comps, I'm able to thankfully shut everything off and just focus on what I need to do. So the crowd noise and stuff didn't affect me once I'm in the mindset and everything. It's there and didn't affect me too much. So the first axle here, got a good clean, got a good press and pop, and then a little bit of a struggle. I took my eyes off the axle a little bit at the top, but it was a good press. Definitely had more in the tank. And so the first axle, 170 kilo, 375 pounds was good. Second axle press going for here, 185 kilo, 407 pounds is what it came out to. It's something I've hit before. I've hit 405, so it would have been like a 2-pound PR, but something I'm capable of. But I was dealing with some forearm elbow tendonitis that I wasn't able to get fixed properly in time for the show, so that played a part with it. The clean was a lot of pain, but it's not an excuse. Just need to work and continue working and get stronger and better. But so the clean went fairly well. I was able to clean it easily, got it up. Transition was okay, a little bit harder with the fixed axle, but we got it to shoulder. And then with the press, just trying to press it out I was trying to press more of an incline press than trying to press straight up. And it's pretty much the downfall of me. It should have been there, but hey, it wasn't. It would have been great points, but it is what it is. It's something, overhead's just something I need to work on to continually improve on. And it's been a work in progress, but we finally cracked 400 with a log, so we're getting there. All right, so Second event was the axle deadlift. I believe it's 360 kilos, which is like 795-ish pounds on an axle. So it's a 2-inch axle. The wheels didn't move either. Steel wheels on rubber flooring. So it did move and shift a little bit if you dropped it too fast. I was suited for this as well, but rookie mistake, probably had an extra, like definitely had an extra tank. I hit 5, which was good points because most of the people are at 4, but 6 would have got me like an extra point in the end, but would have been nice for a PR. But rookie mistake, forgot to do up my belt. So my belt was left open. It is what it is. It's still, I do practice in the gym with a loose belt, so to work on bracing, and we were suited. So really the belt shouldn't be a huge hindrance anyways, but even that one extra, the little, like that 1% extra that could have taken off of the other deadlifts, could have moved on to the 6, right? So just those little things that I got to work on and remember and not get caught up in the moment and get ready and I got to take my time sometimes and get set up. But so with the axle deadlift, sitting here getting scolded or information by Magnus and then a nice little fist bump. But we're also going up against one of the world's strongest men. He won in 2019, Alexei Novikov. Never had the chance to compete against him. And deadlift actually got to compete side by side with him. So that was surreal experience, seeing these guys that I've not grown up, but I've watched since I've started Strongman. They've improved so much. They've been at the world's strongest man a couple years. He's won, and now getting my chance to compete against him was just something that's, I thoroughly enjoyed. So here we're starting deadlifts. We get the go ahead, and I get a nice first pull out of it. And then the key is watching how fast you drop it at the bottom. So it's I took mine a little more controlled. Didn't want the wheels kind of bumping around at the bottom, just so I can maintain a good position on the block since we're standing on a raised up block. So I knew beforehand that 4 would be, was matching points with a bunch of other people. So I knew I hit 5, so I hit 4, took a little bit of a break, and then went for the 5th, and I was able to finish the 5th. Knew I was in a good spot at that point. Potentially 6 was there. Took my time to take a breather, get set. I did go and try and attempt the 6. I might have been able to finish it, but saving energy, not needing it. I knew Novikov only got 4, so I was very happy with 5, beat a handful of other guys and put myself in a good position going into the next event. So third event, going into it, we had Conan's wheel. It was 200 kilo in hand, so 450-ish pounds, 440, somewhere around there. Something I was able to actually train for since WSM and get a feel for. Also knew that, going, I think I was fourth last going, so I knew that what other people had in front of me, and I knew that like kind of where their markers were and where I needed to get to. I knew I wasn't reaching Pablo with his like 1130 or degrees or whatever he had. He set a new world record, so I knew I wasn't getting there, but I knew that, getting over 800 degrees was going to be good points. I think I ended up with 864 or 846, one of those two, with actually tied with Tom Stoltman. We got the same exact degree in the end, but we tied for 3rd in Conan's wheel. So one of the events that did pretty decent with, but it shows that, just showing all the events other than the axle and the wrecking ball, but even the axle, because we tied on a bunch of points, but I was very consistent across the board. With deadlifts, I was 4th. Conan's, I was tied for 3rd, and then stones, I think I got 5th. So if you can clean up a little bit of the axle and a little bit of the wrecking ball hold, I'm definitely in the mix. But so with the Conans, knew what I had to get, had a good pick on the starts, and it's kind of a breath pain tolerance event where you're losing breath as you step. You're trying to breathe, you're trying to expand your lungs and trying to hold on at the same time, and it's a great event for sure. So here we go, get set up. tip for Conans, if you're doing it, grab as far to the end of it as you can. It's lighter the farther you go out, heavier the closer you are. So if you can grab it close to the end, you're gonna get a little bit more distance, degrees, whatever they're judging it with. So finished the first repetition now. So felt pretty good. Was starting to kind of wobble, but I knew I needed 2.25 to get good points, and that's what I was fighting for. It's hard walking in a circle with a lot of weight in your hands. I'll tell you that. But so I'm here just finishing the second round, starting to lose my breath, but knew that getting past the second or quarter was going to be good, and managed to fall over and get over 800 degrees, which got me some good points. And then I had to lean on the Conans and breathe a little bit. But happy with that. So like I said, tied for third in Conans and set me up decent kind of going into the wrecking ball hold. Okay, so fourth event, wrecking ball hold. Got the pleasure of standing next to Tom Stoltman to do it. This is the first time ever doing this kind of hold or event. So in the end, I think I finished 9th, so not a great placing, not where I thought I would be. I think I got 66 seconds. Should have been way better, but rookie mistakes. For the people that haven't done it, if you watch this video, you might get a little bit of information here. But so it's a T handle attached to it's 567 pounds wrecking ball at the bottom. So the way I grabbed it too close in the end, but I grabbed it with my hands pinching the T handle and the flange in the middle with about an inch of room on the end. Watching other guys, I should have grabbed it at the very far end. The trick to this one is more or less like pinching your hands and your fingers in between your thighs and sitting down a little bit so that you can hold on. It's unfortunately not like a really grip. It's not a grip dominant event. It's a pain tolerance and how long you can hold that pinch for. So if I would have known that, it would have been a little bit better. But again, is what it is. It was an event I was looking forward to. I did it wrong, but you move on and you learn. And the next time, if this event pops up again, it'll be something that I can excel more at. So we get set up on this like 5 foot, 6 foot tall stage. We have fall arrest harness, like not fall arrest, but truck pull harnesses on from Ironmind or Strength Supply. They strap us in at the back so that we can't fall off for safety concerns, stuff like that. So again, the way I grabbed it, you can see there's a little bit of edge on the end, and then you kind of dig into your thighs to try and facilitate a hold. I should have grabbed it wider and pinched better, but it is what it is. It felt really comfortable. I was also dealing with some tendonitis and forearm issues, so the forearm longevity for me wasn't there. But hey, if you go into a strongman 100 event 100%, there's something wrong with your training. So we're sitting there holding it. Honestly, it wasn't a lot of weight to be holding. It's just trying to figure out a better way to do the events. Something I probably would have done too is maybe wearing sunglasses or something just to block out what's happening beside me in the crowd. It's just to focus on me instead of focusing on others. I look over at Tom at one point and I was like, oh, he's struggling, I'm not. And then by that point, I was like, come back and I'm focused on myself, but I could just feel my hands start to let go and forearms are just fighting it. It's a little bit more of an issue for me doing that, but kind of disappointed in my events overall for wrecking ball. But like I said, again, it's something you learn from and you work to be better at. Final event was the Castle Stones, what they call it. So it's 120 kilo to like 66 inches. And then the last one's 200 kilo to 40, well, I think it's 52 inches overall. So there's 5 stones, descending heights, ascending weights. This is essentially what it is. So I got up and go against Pavlo Kordiaka, which is the second time actually. Like I've only done 2 big shows, and this is the second show where I've gone head to head with him in a stone load. So at WSM in the finals, Pavlo and I went up against each other in that one as well. So nice to see that I beat him in Stones at WSM, and here I beat him at Stones in Giants Live. So I've had an issue with Stones last year in a couple of shows. I had some issues. We've worked on them, and it's obviously shown off that I'm able to hit at the end of a run like a 200 kilo stone to about 52 inches. And also, for some of you that did watch, so the way I tape my arms for comps is I use veterinarian tape, and then do duct tape at the top and bottom. So I guess that I did my tape job wrong on my right arm. Thought I did it right, but on the first stone when I loaded it, all of my tacky and sleeves or my tape from about here to here fell off. So after the first stone load, the last 4 I did it, I had no tacky on my right arm. I had it on my right hand, but not on my right arm, and I didn't want to risk taking extra time to re-tacky it. So I was very ecstatic that I loaded all 4 of the extra ones with a little bit of tacky, and that's about it. So this one we started at the end of the box. Here they give us a whistle. We have to run to the furthest one. So we ran to the 120 kilo one. I load it, and you can see my tape just left on the stone here, but knew I had to one motion for some good time. So I was able to one motion the first 3 stones. Go to load the 4th one. I tried to get extra tacky, but I was like, I'm good. So get the 4th one loaded, 180 kilo, wasn't too bad. It loaded pretty easily. And then here I go loading the 200 kilo, a little bit, obviously less tacky, but we got a good extension out. Could have been a little bit better. I missed about an inch loading it, but it loaded in the end, got it up, had a decent time, and then went to go cheer on Pavlo for his last one, and which he loads it right in here, and he's just short. So I was able to load mine being a little bit short. He missed on his, and he got me some decent points in the end. So overall, like I said, I'm very happy with my performance. Shows that I'm, WSM wasn't a fluke for those people who just said that. It's, one of the comments made was like, you can't fluke strength, right? WSM, I deadlifted 835 pounds for 7 reps. Here we did an axle deadlift with just under 800 pounds and did 5 times, right? It's a couple of mistakes here and there, but in the end, I'm here, I compete well, and I'm ready to show what else I have in the next shows coming up. So thanks for watching. Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.